Okay. 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 Oh, oops. Sorry. This is not a short stack. Oh. Okie dokie. All right, here we are. This is also not a short stack. There we are. Some stuff I was doing. Alrighty. These are short stacks. Hey, nerdy commentator. How you doing? Okay. All right. So last time. Good. I'm doing good, nerdy commentator. Thanks. I have a couple things to take care of, but that's for later. Not right now. Okay. Try to jump into it here. Okay, so last time I basically was talking about all the hips and such, and the pear shape and what I thought was like kind of basically required to for a short stack, but now we're going to talk about the chest part. But a little refresher. I think the main thing about short stacks is like a general thickness to them as opposed to typical anime women. It doesn't have to be like you see how like really thin this waist is, and I kind of thicken it up. I'm not gonna say realistic because this is just like this is a matter of proportion. It's completely a matter of proportion. Her head is really big, so they make her waist really thin, and it makes her look even more thin. But the head's really big, so if you want to give them like some thickness, you kind of have to actually make them all thicker, like their hands, their arms thicker, and they're like, and all their limbs thicker, right? That should be up higher. So it's not really a matter of realism. Um, so this is like how this kind of looks more like a what's it called a goblin or a dwarf sort of character because I think I drew them a little too realistically. That was it. That's what I'm looking for. Like, So okay, so let's start with the top bit. So I said that like making the waist a little thicker can give it like a stacked thick proportion. But the other way is obviously like to make really big boobs. So we're gonna do that right now. Just in general, a very there's the head, neck, like I said, straight shoulders. That's just for me, for like a feminine shape, and then just a general thickness here. It doesn't matter how the head, how big the head is. It could be like a regular woman. It could be like a somewhat cartoony character. It could be a completely chibified character. This sort of look gives it like a short stack look. Like from here, you can go like I'm gonna go a little bit here, and then it's gonna flare out, and then just erase all of this, and we start to have like a look like that. Like if I make the head even bigger, it becomes a problem. It could become a problem. Like oh no, this could actually looks a little better. These proportions look a little better. So now she's kind of has like this compact square shape to her. Square-er shape, sorry. This is why I say shape design is very up for interpretation, because you could this is clearly not a square, but it's square-er, right? Than like if I did something like this. This gives like way more of a taper to it. Both perfectly like feminine shapes, but shape design can be very subjective, and a lot of it has to do with your eye. Like this is more triangular than this, but does it really look like a triangle? Does it really look like a square? No, but it's squarer than this. So that's more of a fundamentals thing. You just kind of have to do a lot in practice. So this doesn't have to be like the way the body's shaped. I'm gonna just do this like I'm gonna like the other. I said the other way I would do it was give really big boobs, so we're gonna do that. Couple ways to do this. Oh, also they don't have to be fat at all. Like they can. This girl's perfectly not fat, but it's just she's just thicker around the waist area. Thicker than this. Sorry. Hey, Koofy, how you doing? The resident short stack. Okay. How long did I say this would go for? 1 second. Oops. What are we doing? We are doing this. You're stupid, Arco. Oh, that sucks. You're not feeling too good. What's wrong? You sick or is it just hot? I have 2 fans going, so yeah, it's also hot over here. to advertise this stream. Oh, okay. Cold. We're nerdy commentators. Formed here for about a week. Hey, Lasco Judah, how you doing? Burning weekend. It's really hot over here. I'm staying inside. 3 jerseys. Well, the fighting in tournaments are really popular among the masses. It sounds like a lot of battle shonens. Are they able to have players? Yeah, you can at least add layers. That's why I prefer the cold. So a couple things about. Oh, I'm wearing nothing but pajama pants and an oversized shirt that I borrowed. Shut up. Shirt used to be mine until I had to turn it down. Huh. Sounds like a double thing. Oh hey. Okay. So Pragmata has been downloaded. We did it. Congratulations, everybody. We'll play that next week. Hopefully. Hey, Puppet Jam, how you doing? I'm doing good. Everyone else is doing okay, except for Koofy, who is melting. Okay. So we have the head, and this isn't gonna be that big on the head. I'm gonna talk about the boobs right now. So the body, I tend to think of it like a ovular cylinder. So we have a circular cylinder that looks like this. Ovular cylinder, right? Looks like that. And then we just make it ovals, right? Okay, and then if we take the bottom one and make it like shorter, it'll give us like the cinched in waist. And essentially that's the simple way I would think about it to construct it in perspective. Now the main thing is the boobs have to sit on top of something. So typically you want to give them some space. Um Also, they kind of come out this naturally. They come out this way. They don't like. I drew it here, like kind of lifted up and pointed forward. That's more of a like if you're wearing something or a bra. Naturally, they kind of come down like this. It's a little unnatural too. It's more like that. So it'll be the side angle, right? So so. 1 second. Okay, let me read this. I'm doing well. You're reading X-Men, okay. Oh yeah, you got a couple of those. I mean, weird betting tournament. We're putting food and drink brands companies making fighters to join the battle for merchandise. Okay. I don't 90 to 100% it before you finish the game. I've only finished one run, so hard mode aside. There's probably 5 hours left of bonus stuff. It's 5 hours, damn. I'm a short set. This solution to change on how I draw. Part of these streams. Oh, like you're a part of these streams too, Koofy. Strong. Unless you're gonna draw along, that's good. We have a Polka Dynamite fighter. He dressed up in janitor's outfit, but it's blue with a bunch of polka dots. Giant soda's a backpack. Also, like it's a cartoon character sort of thing. I thought it was just like NASCAR where they just have a bunch of stickers on top of it. That's cool. Okay. So, how do I put this? So okay, these are like just more like tips streams because you do have to know the underlying anatomy already. Like I'm not gonna probably not gonna show it here. But I don't think the boobs have like several attachment points. So this is like the muscle. It's your pectoralis. It's a little thinner on women than men, but they're both there. And then the boobs come out like down here. And they kind of like sort of go under the underarm. Because they're so soft, it's hard to get like structure to them. So you just have to remember a bunch of like areas, basically, like vague attachment points, particularly to like the skeletal structure. But just remember that they actually the rib cage is curved, right? It's not straight, and they're resting on top of it. So you're gonna have like the pec area, which is like right here. That'd be like the pec area, and that'll be more straight down, and then the boobs will come out, right? There's a million ways to draw this. I'm sure you've seen a billion ways to draw this, but typically you'll have one, or the way I do it, you have one area for the pectorals, and then the soft part comes out here. And the this is not that big. You have to keep remember this area. The amount of space you give to this area is very important to make it look natural. Um, because if you give this too much space, it starts to look. Actually, I think I did it, and I do it often. But let me get it. Let me pull up my mistake here. Right here. Way too much. Where's Cassandra? There is her lens. So like her pec would be like this. This is like bigger than mine. That's just this is incorrect. I'll say I won't say it incorrect because people look like this, but this is probably a little too big. Actually, it might just be incorrect. It might just be bad anatomy. Um, but yeah, just and also like if you like I said, you don't have to conform to like realistic ways these things move around. Um, like here I've kind of dragged them down a little bit because like there's no bra, there's no clothes, so and they're like when they're very very big, this will happen. Okay, proceed my life. So I'm just here for the people. Hey man, no problem. But hey, it's just cool to just practice. It's not even practice. It's just fun to draw. I fuck up all the time. Yeah, you got front row seats to all my acne scars. No, mascot battles. Mascots are changed into fighter uniforms. Professional fighters. Okay. Big Shades. Candy Band. A cool, generic, cool kid from the 90s with sports related stuff. And a rad skateboard. Okay, I like this one. I'll keep that one. Oh, I'll write that down. Let me get this. Hey, Abelith. How you doing? Someone's appearance bad. Yeah, yeah, okay. Chill. It could just be badly drawn. Please. I'm about to say, except without the chub. Oh, without your chub. We can get to the chub in a bit. 'Cause that's also part of it. It's like really desperately trying to make sure there's no like particular anatomy stuff to this. Um, yeah. And also they just kind of do this no matter what, like, no matter how big they are, but just they're like completely shaped by the underlying rib cage. There's like a million different ways to draw this, just so you know. They are soft, so they're probably why they're so difficult to draw. They're soft, but they still have structure to them. Okay. Big Shades has a stylized baseball cap backwards for extra swag in a big black sports bag with golf clubs, tennis rackets, and extra skate. He's like every sport, man. Every sports. Okay. Um no, like I said, if you make them really big, it can like heavily kind of thicken them up. So like if I like do this, you've probably seen this like a million times. I think I've drawn it here. Like big. It'll make this area, especially if like almost a little too big for them, it will give them like a really square shape. Because it will also like what I did here, I still made them pear-shaped. The body itself is pear-shaped. But if I do this, it will start to like square it out. But once you do that, just remember like again, this you might get to here again. Where it's a little typical anime woman, so you can thicken them up a little bit like this. Just anything to get this shape, like keep like the hourglass shape if you want, but like just thicken it up a bit. Also, typically the short sets you're gonna see is like anime stuff, but don't forget that you had like the World of Warcraft dwarves and goblins and stuff like that. There's like a million ways to draw this. YouTube put resistant on my words. You say is a girl. Oh, that was way Dennis. That was a dude. She okay, she. Okay, so it's another method to give them some stackiness to them. I think actually you can see it. This would be a little more realistic, like World of Warcraft sort of situation. This would be more like an anime sort of thing. Actually, I'd make it even like thicker. It's like really thick thighs. Yeah, something like that. Okay, now we can get to fat. Fat again, very complicated. Not drawn often. We'll use you. We'll put you down here, and then I'll duplicate you over here. Okay. Cocoa Brood cereal brand. They put a mental patient in a serious battle. A bird-like festive mascot with feather that smell like chocolate. Working gliding with the Cocoa Puffs bird. I love Cocoa Puffs. Still to this day, I can't eat that many, but still love it. All right. So I found I've already drawn sort of a fat-ish, like some fat to it. I should probably draw this a lot straighter. Yeah, okay, let's draw the let's learn a few things here. Okay, so again, the underlying stuff is important still. There's our rib cage from the front, spine. Oh my god, what's going on? Something's lagging. Okay. Oh, then we have the box shape of the hips. Okay, now I mentioned this area in the last point. Was that it's kind of like there's like a cylinder here. And then you have, like I said, this sort of oval. So like a hemisphere with the head cut off, or with the top part shaved off. Right? This area has like way less structure. This area has more structure. And then you have like the abs in the middle, right? And they come all the way down. The way I think about them, they come all the way down. Okay. This is around where your belly button is, right here, right in the middle. Now, because this area sits in a place where like there's like a turn, not turn, there's like a transition. This area can get some fat right here. And this will like you can see it sometimes it will be drawn like this. With like the belly button. It kind of folds over the belly button right here. So I'm not talking about muffin tops right now. We're talking about like the waist area. Because remember the pelvis is down here. And we'll get to the hip things down here soon. So like fat kind of collects right here. And it sags. Just remember, things sag. And then like down here, fat kind of collects. Obviously, this is the muffin top. It's the famous muffin top situation. Where it will like collect down here, and it will go over the pelvis. It will also go like towards the middle. And then there's like a little pouch down here as well. But you're not going to draw them like straight lines. Like this looks very unnatural. So like lighting situations over here. So we're going to like, we're not going to connect them like that. This will like give it softness with like line weight and stuff. Also like, it'll probably be more like this. This has to come back. No, the abs are kind of shaped like this. There's a little divot right here. You can see it in like very fit people. The lower portion of the abs will be like really cut, and then like right next to it, it'll be pulled back a bit, like this. It'll be like that, and so like this is like a more typical shape, right, like that. But we're not doing that. Because remember, that goes away too. When you get fatter. So you want to like pull it up through here. Then get rid of all this. Yeah, and now we have like a softer area. This is one way to indicate it. Um, 'Cause softness, generally, you don't want hard lines everywhere. Now we have a couple problems because like this is still, um, she should just in general. Also, the sides get thicker, so like you can start to lose like the hourglass shape and you all that stuff. This is chubbiness. This isn't so much fatness right now. Detective Munch, serial brand, a grim, dark navy blue detective in a monochrome world that saves and solves cases by eating their breakfast. Get smart. A real detective as a fighter. Mr. Peroni. It's a restaurant brand. A big old pizza guy with the hard pizza armor with a dinosaur-like pizza mask with pizza-based weapons like a okay, so okay, like okay, I get it now, like cereal mascots and the like. All right, yeah, I mean I'm getting it. I'm getting a little better now. I like Mr. Peroni. All right. Spooky Gems candy brand, a ghost that glows and shoots beams of pure sweetness and spooky stuff to bring the spooky to everyday life and sweets. The beam actually hurts. I'm not gonna give this too much. Here, okay. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, and then we get to the thighs. My god, I didn't get to the fat thighs. Very important. Well, I think I did do this last time, actually. I'll even like where like some fat falls into this area. I won't even like that. I'll leave the lines out. This is more of an illustration thing, but it's a good way to indicate softness. Here, that was a little like, it looked like a pouch. Down here, you can like make like this. A lot of people will do like something like that. Fat thighs are my reason for living. We'll get to them in a second. Something like more like this. Okay, yeah, I'm drawing the rib cage here, so it looks like the shoulders are really small, but the shoulders also have the shoulder blades out here, so make it look more of a natural shape. But these can get fat too, so don't forget that. I have the stream on one monitor and the 1990s X-Men show on the other. I remember the theme song, but I don't remember many episodes. Looking back on it, it is kind of awkward, like the animation and the voice acting, but I do remember it was a good show. I watched it every day. So enough of these guys. These are pretty stale. No, it's stale. I got two of them. I like the mascot-based ideas, like Tony the Tiger fighting Ronald McDonald. Sounds like a Rivals Workshop thing. I haven't watched it, but I've heard good things about 97, which is... Yeah, 97 was pretty good. They even kept the same style. Or a similar style. Alright. Let's get to some thick thighs. Or some fatter thighs. Ah. Alright. The feet. Out the way. There we go. Okay. Another free-for-all? Sure. Let's hear about it. Okay. I think actually this actually goes a little further down. Yeah, like that. It does overhang. It does actually overhang this thing down here. There we go. That's more like it. So we can get the underlying structure. Just anywhere you can like show the fat. All right. All right. So I'm sure like you're starting to notice like a little pattern here. This sort of pattern is like very well known just as the way the muscles look. I'm not going to show like the thickness. No, actually, I'll show it on the other side. This is just how the muscles work, and then on the inside, it's a lot more like it's a lot weaker, these curves, right? So I messed up my finger quite a bit, my index finger. I don't know what happened. Gotten better, but still very swollen. We have disaster shenanigans. An entire working made to house 25 unique different fighters. Needed fighters. We have our administrators and moderators to watch and manage our fighters, so no deaths will happen. Every fighter can kill each other, but permanent death is not permanent death. You can revive them. That's interesting. Okay. So actually, I'll do like a more of a musculature on this side. Right. So we have this sort of look to the thighs in terms of muscular. These are the quads. It's like, believe it. Let me look at my legs. I think one side goes down lower, so this is the knee. I think it's this side. I believe that's how it looks. Okay. And then you have the bone. These are the bones. We have our administrator, Izzy, bird-owning freak of nature. Bully CEO and has a sniper rifle. Okay, create craters from a single stomp. She's a part of the Mori gang, and she is ranked 20 in popularity. Freak of nature who likes birds and has a sniper. That could be something. Okay. There's one, and there's like a muscle that goes down here. Basically separates the stuff. Okay. Actually, I believe. Actually, am I making this backwards? 1 second. No, I'm not. It is like this. It's just very exaggerated. It helps to look at bodybuilder legs, by the way. Not too bodybuilder, but it helps you see how the muscles actually look on a human body. Sort of, if they're not on steroids. Okay. I feel like I've heard that sort of about this sort of tournament somewhere. Raku, a femboy that everyone, including our staff, wants to bang. They have cat ears and an army of light cats. And they are CEO's favorite gay. Ranked 1 in popularity, also Vita. Classic. Classic character. I wasn't there that character in what's it called? Uh oh my god. Oh, I totally forgot. It's some cafe thing. Maid cafe. The fuck was it called? Blend S. That's one of the characters in it. Use Baki characters for reference. My god. Baki's Jesus. You know, he probably is right on his anatomy. It's just like where they are. It's just how crazily he. Because like there's like 4 heads in here for the quads. Actually, I think that was drawn wrong. But he's gonna make every single muscle fiber. You're gonna see it. It's gonna like curl into itself, and you can see every rippling fiber. Baki's nuts. Blocky, a 7 foot Rocky's peak. No, it is not peak character reference. God. He's an incredible artist, though. Like, being able to draw to that level of detail. 7 foot blonde jacked himbo. The not official girlfriend that can become a machine and turn into a nondescript kaiju robot. Strong and dumb, but power is not lacking. Ranked 5. Um. Okay, right. So that's the musculature, which is I think it's a lot thinner right here. Now we're going to go and fatten it up. Okay. So you can have like muscle, like a fat over here as well. Also, so this area around the knee, I give it a little more fat. Not sure if that's like actually how it looks, but this is the main area. So you want to like exaggerate this thing. Because there's like I talked about a fat pocket right over here. I don't want to come in too close to the knee. I want to give it like some fat around it. But this is just more of this. It's just like I want to thicken this up to give it a bigger proportion proportion to the rest of the body. So like if you have a big head, the big head doesn't like completely make everything look super small. And these are the places you can actually thicken things up. So close to here. This is a way you can thicken it up. Goes like this, yeah. Then. And just remember, like remember to sag it, make it sag downwards. Don't make it too even. If you want to like make something look, fat and not like musculature. Just give the weight of gravity. Rocky, the possessive, not official girlfriend of Blocky, failed dumbass of a scientist, cheated on all her exams and had to pay $4,000 and entered this to get cash prize ranked 4. What's her power? Blocky is the one who can turn to. Okay. So Blocky is just. Okay, so Blocky can be the kaiju and Rocky. No, but Blocky's a robot. Rocky's the kaiju. Okay. Also, like, so right here, the fat like goes over here. So there's like a little part right here where like it's overhanging. Like this is exaggerated. You're probably gonna be like this, so give it like some softness. But yeah, it's. Rocky can earthbend and suck Blocky dry from 3 countries away. Huh. Okay. So just remember to keep this though. But the being like getting a little fat will start to lose this shape. We'll start to lose this shape, but you want to still try to keep this. This is a very like this looks very good. So also, like I said, you can get like cankles as well if you want them to be particularly fat, but it's like you will like start to lose. You can lose this shape pretty fast, right? If you want. But typically, you're gonna start want to keep this. Okay. Right. Just remember this area, and just kind of thicken it up around the knee, and the ankles. Don't have it taper as much. That's more of a proportion thing. And then you can exaggerate that for like anime. So here we have, we're going to like add it to here. So okay, so kind of already has thick thighs, so we're gonna like make them even thicker. I think I already made it kind of fat, or like a chubby. We can start to like really, really give her something. Starts to overtake parts of her body. We can. The biggest thing you can do is lose the silhouette. Start to lose this like this look. Chubbier arms and like less defined arm musculature in the arms. Which I should probably like draw this properly. You can add musculature to you can add like defined musculature and still be short stack. It's not really a thing about that. Um, hmm. Okay, sorry. Mori, the victim of Mori gang, a moth human with a blue insides and poison blood. Oh, with the power to be a prism. They're big and tall, all black, rank 2. She's hot, but she's got kid. Gave her children to the next to become a fighter. I'll add Mori. Redhorn, a demon that crawled from hell and makes a child army to take over humanity. Powers of blood hallucinations, also speed. Ranked 8 popularity. You don't want your kids. Give them to red. Okay. Extra thick, that's right. Hence why Hakuki might be having amazing taste. So these I got Mori, Raku, Izzy, Mr. Peroni, Coco, Brood, Big Shades. That's what I got so far, Koofy. So a lot of what I do is typically just the silhouette stuff because it's very very striking when you can make the silhouette read. So because I made this character chubby already a little bit, so I'll probably have to like go back a bit. More defined musculature. Seen from a different angle, but Not so defined musculature. Demon ideas. Yeah, fun demons. Do you guys like what kind of VTubers do you guys like? Mori reminded me of that. I don't know if you guys watch VTubers. I don't really watch any uh I don't really watch streams a lot unless they're like drawing streams, and even then I don't watch them much. I typically keep the wrists pretty thin. Makes it look very just to keep it looking very feminine. Not necessary, just I do it. You can give them that for some chubbiness as well, like thicker wrists. It's like randomly defined musculature though. Oh wait, did I not get Raku? I think I did get him, didn't I? Didn't I? Yeah, I got Raku. Rakuchi. I watch no VTubers nowadays. I watched some Kazuna Eye and before times. Oh my god. That's like I don't even I did not know about that in the before times. I know who Mori is. Gargura, right. For PNG tubers. Huh. I guess that doesn't really make a difference to me, VTuber, PNG tuber. I usually like VTubers can do a little bit more. VTubing shenanigans, but yeah. Alright. Let's try a demo. Motorcycle demon. Yeah, like what's it called? Ghost Rider. Hey, VTubers graduated. Yeah, that does feel bad. A good way to know when a demon's talking. Speech bubbles to make the bubbles black. Yeah, evil characters. Let me pull this down a bit so I can sip. Ah. Okay, I'll make like a demon short stack. Not the first time. Okay, now it could be a good thing, like a big thing to put on the head to make the rest of the body look small. I think VTubers fit into the uncanny valley where they can't be a person, but also aren't able to be as dynamic as a puppet. A PNG, yeah. I have a lot of motion shot without superb rig. Yeah, you do need quite an incredible rig. They cost a lot of money too. Never happened to a PNG tuber. Yeah, why would they? Why would they stop going? They don't even move. All right, so let's like design one before we start illustrating it this time. Okay, so we want a demon. So we're gonna like I've been like pretty restrained, to be honest, trying to keep everything like realistic and normal here. Um, but now we are not. We're gonna take off the limiters here. It's gonna draw how I want to draw it. Okay, but first we have to design the character. So if fencing swords as a person. That is a good exercise, actually. I was watching the Capcom creator stream for Street Fighter 6 briefly, and there were two devs shooting the shit, and the other guy who was fun than a stiff VTuber break kind of existing. Yeah, those are always when they try to put it inside the shot. That always looks awkward because you have to like act to it with people who are not actors at all. Like the real people have to act to it, and it's like the devs aren't actors. It's actually pretty hard to properly act to something you can't see. See, how do I want to do this? So I want like to be like really, 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 and give it like a little tail. A little generic for a demon. Let's add some stuff without taking away from the. It's a little too thin, right? See, this is the problem. It's a little too normal. I don't want it to be. I want to give me like a. Let's make the head bigger and wider. Drug-based hero, not villain hero. Drug-based hero? There has to be one of those already. We're gonna like okay, this is too normal, so I'm gonna like really exaggerate this. Ha 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 ha. Only drug-based spells. Oh. Like he smokes. He's like Popeye with spinach, but he's like with cigarettes and beer. Winners don't take drugs. That's true. I guess like PCP, that's a drug too. Or sorry, no, LSD. PCP is a pretty bad drug. Okay. Okay, so my thing with demons is that I want them to be more like humans plus animals. So like some things like counter shading. I'm a hero that has to take drugs to achieve powers, not like, oh, I took meth and I got powers. Yeah, that contains to take drugs to gain power. Oh, like any drugs, like pills. Have you ever gone to an event outside your own city, or maybe even another country like Canada, Mexico? I don't think I ever went to like outside the country for an event. I just go for like visiting. I went to conventions like GDC and a lot of stuff in Atlanta. Someone who lives nearby. Like, I guess when I lived in Atlanta, I went to a bunch of cons as well. What other conventions I go to? I went to SmashCon. That was in Virginia. Um, I honestly didn't do much traveling for conventions. I usually do traveling for like, you know, what's the word? Friends or national parks, stuff like that. Hooves for feet. Yeah, we can give her like high heels hooves. The way Stellar Blade, like Eve has them in Stellar Blade. Her feet are just high heels. And I'm trying to keep this feminine. Should draw like a dude short stack as well. That's not a femboy. I guess that'd be a dwarf. Like make it real fat as well. Like a little bit more fatness to it. Wild sunflower hair. Sunflower hair. I'll look into that. Do you have a place where your VODs get uploaded in case some people miss your streams? It should be on my channel. Is it not on my channel? The live streams are at the bottom. If you go to the home and then you go all the way to the bottom of the home screen, you'll see my live streams. Uh, they're automatically uploaded. Thanks. Okay, yeah, cool. Hopefully they're there and not just for me. This sounds like Marriage Toxin. The manga is quite good so far and has an anime. The hero is a poison master who drugs himself to up his abilities under Doctor. Has a bit of overlap as well. It's the only manga so far. Yeah, also I mean like what's it called? The Boys, right? Don't they have to like take a drug or keep taking a drug to have their superpowers? I don't really like I don't really watch the show. I just know a little bit about it. A PCP based villain or a hero would be hilarious. Okay. So like what I said with counter shading, there would be like 1, 2, 3. Dude, 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 dude. Okay. This will be a little too sorry. Let's give it like red. This is brown, but give it an actual red color. I want this is a little generic. demon right now. So I want to do something a little weird with her. First things first, I'm gonna make this much shorter. This is way too regular proportions. So like I said, short stacks all about proportions. All about proportions. So yeah, we're missing a few things. So let's take that and put it over here. Let's lower the, or make the head even bigger and make the torso even smaller. I generally don't like how big this is. I shorten it, like widen it a little bit, give it a little more thickness here. Widen, yeah, there we go. Widen it based on the head. And then we're gonna like pump this up. There we go, that's more like it. Hey, why don't you stay where you were? That's more like it. We're just gonna give her like bones structure a lot more to it. I think because I made the boobs so big that like it became too much like a regular person. Like making the waist so small, so I have to like really thicken it up now. There we go. And also a little more animalistic, make her eyes gigantically huge, like a cow's legs, just huge. This is a little too muscular though. So, like if I taper it down like this. Okay. Did you know that KH Cloud versions were delisted on Switch? Good. They're terrible. And will be unplayable in a year. They were always unplayable. After people who paid full price for Cloud version only need to pay for an upgrade. Yeah. That is true. That is always a problem with delisting like this stuff and having it only be on Cloud, which is the entire problem with Steam. But no clear path. The only bright side is save transfers. Better time till RE Cloud versions do the same thing for 7 and 8. The Cloud, I feel like the Cloud experiment, it still isn't good. It just still has failed. Okay, I think I should add like, I said like the animals, so like let's try like a different type of animal. Let's give her like 2 tails. And the tails are like something a little different. And to be actually designing a character, not just like so short stack stuff. Or like some demonstration. Give her like scales and like bird-like features. I paid for them, which is fun. Yeah. When you this era of what's the word? This era of patches and like always online, like that's a big problem because you could buy a game 10 years ago and they can still change it. They can still change it, and because you have to access it through the internet, um, you have to like keep it updated sooner or later. They could change something or remove something or censor something 10 years later. It's crazy. Only problem with Steam or gay it's hard to find people who don't glaze the whole thing up and down. I mean, yeah, it's 100% true, but it is DRM. It is they the delisting is they delist it on Steam and then they remove it from your library. That doesn't happen if you just have the box, you know? It's not even like a criticism of something Steam does. It's a criticism of something Steam is. It's something it can't even like avoid being. Because it's sad. I believe KH collection on Switch 2 is also using the same amount of bad tracing. Initially, people thought it was AI hard, but I thought it's more likely to not be based on one vid I saw. Oh. People are tracing stuff? I can't use the original art? What the hell? KH collection. People don't understand Steam has flaws, but most other launchers are dog shit. The only one that can come close to. Yeah, the launchers are. I remember the era of everyone having their own launcher. Bethesda's was really bad. Origin sucked for EA. EA, no, Epic also not great. Battle.net's okay, but I just don't see the like what's so good about it. Like why you would use it? Just put it on Steam or something. Oh, I don't want. I'll give her like a fatness to her. Battle.net is good, but only for Battle.net games. Yeah. Well, the only thing I could say is like, man, you at least you haven't bothered me. That's what the what I think about launchers. It's like you have just made this easy for me. Steam makes it very easy for me. Origins didn't, and Bethesda didn't. Mistake is thinking you need a launcher. Yeah, I just put on executables in the bag. Like it's your deal site. Exactly. Just let me download it, put it on my computer, I'll launch it. It's hard to click on things. It's not hard to click on anything. It's 3B Skyen. Hmm. Let me think. I might have problems with this. Uh uh this guy. Gotta say, not a super huge fan of this guy, but I'll check it out. Um hey Lean. How you doing? Everything's okay. We're just designing a short stack demon woman. Uh Problems me? I won't say. I don't want I don't really get into it. I'm just not super into his content or his ideas. The biggest fan would like to know why, if you don't mind. It's gonna be like some of his other content is very preachy, and I kind of got tired of that. I got tired of people like moralizing to me, and like or like not moralizing to me, but like moralizing and like lecturing. Like, brother, I don't know you. Like that's that's gonna be the general idea. Media literacy people. Especially like as an artist, it just very much annoys me. So I don't know what it is. It's just the YouTuber, commentary YouTuber. What do you have in mind for the short stack? I'm trying to. I want to make it. I've been doing like a bunch of little, doing like a how to draw short stacks thing, and I want to make a character that exemplifies it. What we learned. So, giving her some, giving her some fatness. I think. I mean, I think this is good. I'm looking for like a little thing I can do. Oh, a thing I can do for the tail. Like some kind of bird look, but I have an idea though. I have an idea. So okay, so with the couple ways you could do. You can see actually like you can see how much thicker this character is. More of a short stack this character is. What level of short stacks do you guys like? Do you like World of Warcraft, like dwarf short stacks or Midna style short stacks? Pray he's being blessed, die from being crushed. We know which kind of Papa Jam likes, just the absolute unit of a short stack. What if the game had DLC or expansions? Uh, AcesUndertheMoonlight, you mean? Well, yeah. So at some point, I can just go back and add stuff to AcesUndertheMoonlight. Right now, it's gonna be like 5 characters I have to make, or 3 more characters I have to make. I like the Midna or those anime Goblin short stacks. Yeah, yeah. I do know the ones. Here's a generic version right here. Okay, so we give her. What kind of hair should she have? What kind of like horn? Should you give her like a singular horn? That's unusual. Like her hair comes out like this. Let me see like horned. Animals. I like twin tails. So you can have like one that's like she doesn't have twin tails, she has horns, so but she's got her horns like this. And she's got these eyes. Uh And I give her like a fang. Small mouth area. Okay. Said I wanted to give her counter shading, so this Midnight has like counter shading too, actually. Well, I should probably look at that, like how hers works, but um, Mug short stack. That's right. Give her like, I think I have to give her like a thicker neck actually, not that thick, but thicker, slightly thicker because of her other proportions are a lot thicker now. Yeah. Tatsumaki, that's right. She is pretty short. Somewhat stacked. I don't know if it's like it's more of the art than anything, but I don't know. I also don't actually read One Punch Man, so very stacked. Yeah, she is stacked in the fan art, definitely. Let's give her something on her arms, like little horns right here. Okay. These are a little too big, but oh right, she should have like big demon ears. Okay. All right. Let's draw from the back. Oh yeah, I never went over that. All right, I should actually go over that. Oh, I guess I don't really have to. But it's mostly like the hip areas like this. But for the sake of being thorough, I'll do it right here. Circle. Here, contrapposto, all that. So the bone, we're gonna go like there's a spine, and then there's the tailbone connection for the pelvis. Okay, and now the hips kind of do this, like the hip bone kind of does this, and there's a tailbone, just for like a sake of understanding. Um, I just realized I had to check something. Oof. Um. Okay, 1 second. Let me check something. Right. Okay. So because it has this like, and then there's like the body, right? Because it has this like giant, um, cavity basically. This is where the butt is, and that's why it's like really kind of soft because there's just nothing there. So, but just remember that this area right here, there is like structure to it. And the muscles go like the muscles of the butt area are just the shoulder muscles. Like if you look on the back of the shoulder, or I guess the front of the shoulder, you'll have like what's the traps? Actually, let me see that. Right, right. There's so this is the trapezius, and this is the front. Now you're trying to get a coffee? I have chocolate milk. Almost done. Not really into coffee, but I do love chocolate milk. So so this is the front, and then you have like your arm like this, and the butt is basically like that. You have like this is the gluteus, and then you have like this is the back. So, but the main thing is that there's this part over here. There's gonna be like actual. There's gonna be quite some structure. It's gonna the bottom part isn't, and this part isn't. So it's gonna like you can sometimes see like with men, you can sometimes see well really anyone, but you can see like a some muscle. You can this muscle is like built up, so it becomes more defined. And then you'll see like a you'll see where like it things connect and stuff. It would connect down here, and then you have like fat pouches all over it. So if I remove it, now we have this area. It's really gonna depend on how you draw it, though. Actually goes all the way in because I remember like it's 3D, so it's gonna bulge out. Remember, if you want softness, you have to remember to not define certain things and combine things together. Okay. Gluteus Maximus named after the famous soldier in ancient Rome. Remember that Monty Python sketch? The biggest dickus. That was a good one. It's not a sketch. That was a movie. The wife, exactly, yeah. Oh, what was her name? Incontinea? I can't remember. It was like incontinence. I think that was her name. Let's wait till biggest hears about this. Incontinea buttocks, exactly. Incontinentia buttocks, exactly. What's so funny about biggest dickus? We have the spine. This is a little too. It's way too elegant. She's too slender. It has to be like way thicker. I'm just too used to drawing slender people. You were like some. Yeah, way too thick. Way too tall. There we go. To find out how to remember how Eve stood. She always like had the high heels. There you go. Okay. I think her head has to be bigger. I'm not sure about these twin tail horns. Nice. It's nice that I made them bigger, I guess. But she also has a giant head, big ears, and she has these huge horns. So I might. It looks fine here with these proportions. So there we go. Okay. Sorry. I was locked in a little bit. Okay. So remember, proportions. Okay. And I want I think it were like stockings. These are like just patterns on our body. Those just be patterns on our body. Because if I don't have any other options, I'm not gonna give her clothes. Am I right? Okay. Okay. Um. I'm gonna give her like these little weird Harlequin patterns. So, good design. I'll say that. Okay. Should the horns be dark black? Actually. So I'm not gonna give her hair though. I think that would be a little too much. Is there some way I could figure it out with the horns and the ears? Uh, we are doomed. Even the unsung givers are voting for it. Uh, yeah, for over and mostly accurate when remembers. Wait, what are we talking about? I think I missed the conversation. What? It's for Ocarina of Time, or is this something I said? FF7 our style remake over a mostly accurate one. So Ocarina of Time remake, yeah, makes sense. I mean, I just like FF7 remake. Like the reason that was a big remake was because the old game was an isometric top-down game. Like they would make sense for the remake. The FF7R remake is like done in Ocarina of Time way. That's like why would Ocarina of Time would just look like FF7 remake if you just did it accurately again. Like are they talking about like they wanted in three? Oh my god! If they make the Ocarina of Time remake in three parts, good lord, that would be utterly wild because there's already like 90% of it's already there. I'd be fine with a complete a change of like the graphics. Sure, I'd take that. But otherwise, yeah, keep the game exactly the same. Phrasing is no expand the game so that it's almost unrecognizable. That would okay, so that would be dumb. Yeah, the unks are dead then in that case. We'll give her like fire feet. Drawing a lot of attention to the bottom of her feet, so I have to give her like a forked tail. I don't want to cover up her butt, so what I'm gonna do is make it see-through. I'll change its color to like bluish over time, like a cooling down thing. And then we'll like have it see-through. Like it's a wispy fire. Well, X more neutral options is not specified being split into 3 games. I hope it's not split into 3 games. Like I don't know, like what they could add possibly. Like we're gonna sit around in the in the Kokiri forest for like 10 hours. I go to make tea and some toast and come back to the bakery on my screen. Yeah, that's right. It's that fast. I have become a master baker. I just don't have OG OG's back. Well, I just don't like just if you just play Ocarina of Time, you'll become an OG. You'll become like, wow, games have gotten worse. I only bake exactly. I only cook was a really good one too. I don't think you gave me that one. You gave me that one a while back. OT clearly needs shrines and rain crystals for the Triforce. Oh my god. If you only knew how bad things were. And what do we consider an OG? I would say anyone 360 era will be an OG. Yeah, well, we're talking about like the Ocarina of Time OGs, and then there's like the any. I actually heard something pretty interesting. Like the NES, the people who like have nostalgia for like the NES era, the SNES era, are like they're like too old now, and now we've gotten to the point where like the nostalgia is for the 3D era because you had all those like pixel and retro um revivals, and it was all pixel art stuff. It was all those old 2D games, for like indie games like Braid and Super Meat Boy, and now they're trying to get like the 3D, the early 3D era. You're starting to see like PS1 style graphics, Nintendo 64 style graphics. Um, that's like the nostalgia. Personally, like that, this era has not aged well in terms of how it looked. The the early 3D era, it looks really, 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 really bad. The SNES era still looks really good, right? Because pixel art. But like Tekken 1 through 3 looked like garbage. Frankly, they looked like garbage at the time, but they look like garbage now. Ocarina of Time's like the one thing that hasn't aged well in Ocarina of Time is the graphics, and even then, the art direction is so good. It's an interesting conversation. Just go turn some dust. Atari guys are true OGs, yeah. Well, what's the guy who made video games? He made Tennis for Two. The thing is, original Grandpa's that's a good one. The thing is, a lot of these retro era looking games look nothing. The eras, yeah, that's true. They look like the better versions, obviously. It's like a throwback. Like, what if gaming still went in that direction? And in terms of like the early 3D era, they really had to make sure it didn't look like um that era because that era looked like trash. Actually, half the time it don't look better. Oh, I thought Owl Boy was pretty good looking. Most of the indies are distinctly retro plus, and don't fully capture the aesthetic or flow. But I like the attempt, at least, especially if it runs on Toaster. Yeah, Shovel Knight was a good one. I remember that. Mina the Hollower as well. Like it's gotten to a point where like they don't look at it, but they started to like they're a little too close. Mina the Hollower is a little hard to follow because it's so chunky, and they're trying to do like complex animations that they didn't do back in the day for like the Oracle games and stuff. Shovel Knight is good and fun, true. I wanted her like sclera to be a different color, like a lion. Owlboy is super high tier. This 10 years, 10 years to come out, and it's not that long. It's like 4 hours. It kind of wraps up pretty quickly, honestly. Majority of them are on the same level, but one of my favorite action games on Switch, 3DS game, is not a port. Oh, was it the one you're telling me about, the Lost Planet spiritual successor? You sure that sounds like a good thing? I'll see if I can get physical copy, physical Owlboy. Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's like the story kind of wraps up a little too quickly for my tastes. It's fun though. It is utterly beautiful. Like I follow the artist on Twitter. It's utterly beautiful. Oh yeah, she's a smug. There we go. EX Troopers is a port. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I do some more design on her face. EX Troopers is top 5% 3DS game aesthetically. Same with One Piece Unlimited World Red. Supports the HD system. Almost looking at it. Oh. That's One Piece Unlimited World Red is a 3DS game. We've talked about this before, yeah. Oh. It does look. Oh, does look pretty good for a 3DS game. Tell you what didn't look that great: Smash 3DS. Even though Smash 4 Wii U probably one of the best looking Smash games, if not the best looking Smash game for me. Okay. Eroge Japan, at least Demon Sword Incubus. I don't know how Incubus came from Eroge Japan. My fun and deep, but it looks like a. Wait, this isn't like a porn game? Despite being Incubus. Yeah, okay, I can see how it looks kind of like low budget, yeah. Okay. Smash 3D. No, okay. Smash 3DS is really good in a lot of ways. It doesn't look that good. It isn't in the highest level 3DS games for visuals, but 60 FPS fighters, crazy stages. It's a good game. Okay, it's a good game casually. I hate it competitively. I hate rage. I hate the controls. I hate like all the bullshit you can do with that game that they did not think about. I hate how slow it is. I hate how strong shields is. But like casually, very fun. Smash Run 10 out of 10. Erotic action game, but they turned off those features on Switch. Oh. Same thing as visual novels on modern console. Man. But doesn't Switch have a bunch of just straight up Rogue on the eShop? Kinda ish. Oh. They're also very censored on the Switch. That'd be weird. And the Switch has Nekopara. I don't know much about Nekopara except for like I mean obviously I see them everywhere. Everywhere I go I see their face. Honestly, oh, all the hentai games are using that in their title for engagement. I can name 3 games which show that's it between Switch 1 and 2. I won't tell Nintendo. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Nintendo will come to your house and beat you up, even though you didn't do anything. Para is a safer version. All right, let's close out. We have an hour, so let me just we got a character design. At the back of a character design. So let's just see what I can do here for the front. Head's too small. Body's too slender. You know this body's a little too slender as well. It's beautiful. You love the soft. I love soft Charlie. Okay, thank you. I enjoy him too. There's some VNs which have no not safe for work content, so the transition to consoles fine, but is randomly whether Nintendo or whoever make cuts. Nintendo. That's right. Yeah, Nintendo is weirdly lax about that. It's like some of these games. Yeah, that's true. And most of them come from Japan, I assume. And Xbox still isn't that popular in Japan. Early stuff I think about perspective, I have to think about anatomy, I have to think about posing. I'll do this quickly. I didn't even talk about folds. Not that you need them, just didn't talk about them. For a little bit. Itch and GOG are better than Steam, but they get limited selection. How to deal with Steam DRM and getting credit card for some games. Try uncut on Switch. Oh, some things are uncut on Switch but cut somewhere else. That's surprising. balance this properly. Could not move the head like that. Draw a line from the pit of the neck down to the ground, and that's where your balance is. Giving her hooves is a really good idea. Thanks, Goofy, if you're still here. Not that, I mean, I have to prove I'm an adult to buy a Steam game, which happens to be rated 16, 18. Okay, on Switch or lower. Okay. Nintendo wants to keep that, like I said, squeaky clean. A 0 rating. Still a little too elegant. I'm gonna make her a little shorter. Yeah. I don't think you're too close to the sun, but one of your games may end up beating UK buyers to get a credit card or so ID. Really? What's going on in the UK that my game is suddenly... I mean, I guess this is the world thing nowadays. I saw in the 90s you wouldn't even, like, bat an eye to this stuff. I only hear the sensationalized news from other countries, so, like, people are getting put in jail for tweets and stuff. Caladrius Blaze is my specific example. Small shmup with some art cuttings which are borderline. It's rated 12T. I do not know what Caladrius Blaze is. Let's look it up. Skip the commercials. Skip the commercials. Okay, I mean, kind of, sort of. Yeah, I guess that was like a classic E for teen game back in the day. But it's like an anime thing. Battle damage. Well, T rated. Oh. I would not be surprised if there's a game rated lower which got hit, but I'll never be able to find without prior knowledge. or getting a credit card. They like force you to get ID. And the forced ID stuff in general. Such so invasive, so fucking stupid. I can't even search this game on Steam. I only know about it as I had wishlisted years in advance, and there are games I own that I can't review. What? There's so much like lack of respect for the people who like that you when you buy the game, you know? If you bought the game, you just own it. A lot of this is a Steam issue. It's their duct tape solution, which none don't even use. Honestly, you can't actually. Some people can't search my game on Steam store because they have to change their settings, or it won't show it. It will like hold it back. Give it a little bit of chubbiness. You would think having a Steam account old enough to drink Game Pass. They want your driver's license. They want all your information as many times as possible. You wanna know the funniest thing I did to bypass the Steam thing? What'd you do? To prove your age in UK by Steam, you need a credit card, but the thing is, I don't have one. Okay. No, so I don't know. Like you have like a debit card or something? Because I usually figure everyone has like credit card. technique I packaged in Fortnite to have used for years. On many British people don't. Okay. Use my mom's credit card. No, that card doesn't work since you can get them before 18. I see. I see. 16. Problem. I figured it'd be tied to an account where the name with like the age is there. This is the brow where it should be. I'm gonna make the brow a little shorter. Give the baby face look. Very annoying to draw. It's like very complicated sort of looking. Read triple complex curves. There. Luckily, this is just a sketch and I don't have to sit here and actually draw all this. Lose my mind doing it. I have to make your head bigger. After all this, I have to make your head way bigger. There we go. I defaulted to my normal proportions. The shoulder's bigger as well. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Maybe locked in for a second there. It is, but fuck me. I guess we ain't gonna use that. I'm screwed. If she hasn't noticed all the V-Bucks said, oh my god. Somehow I didn't consider it. I guess you only need to use it once and then you can go on your business on another card. Yeah, I just have it on the account and never use it. When I pay, I use my own card. Next point, you're still able to buy Steam keys and demos for free games can be accessed if you know the install reference from your browser. It's not able to go on because they were blocked. I don't think I ever really owned hentai games. They were always like, I just grew up in the age of where they were just browser games. I remember Newgrounds had a couple. It's a delisted anniversary game by Sega, which actually Corruption of Champions 2. Let's see. It is on Steam. Let's look it up on Steam. It's on Steam. That's for sure. It's like a text RPG or something. Kinda boring hentai game is that? Couple, yeah, there's a couple, more than a couple. Search the game of it's fine. I mean, I'm borderline there already. I never looked at Raven. Oh my god, that's right. Fair name dropping games. Just need to get my mom's credit card to see. You can. It's on Steam. You can see it. This is still. It's not short stack enough. I have to. I think I have to like work on a little bit of the legs. Maybe the legs. Maybe the something else. Talked about how they can't see it because it's on Steam. Oh. Oh, I guess UK blocks all this stuff. May Eternity. Nice. Mm. Alright. Let me finish up this. I mean, it's not really complete without one of these situations. I'm not gonna be able to actually get this done right now, but like a necklace. Here. The Copacabana. Music and fashion noise. Let's give her some like weirder stuff. I want to give her like a pentagram, but You were like the all-seeing eye from all those conspiracies. This is a Sheikah, just a Sheikah symbol. Yoink. Okay. At best I can get in Google search or go elsewhere, which may have images, video, and metadata used because the issue. I know, man. I live in South Carolina. I know the whole, all the stuff they try to do, they quote unquote try to do in like this entire state is like lowest in everything in uh in America except for violent crime. And they're like, let's add this stupid um thing to say we did something today. So dumb. Various ways of Tories games cooked so corruption champions. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see that for sure. Anti-anime aesthetic bias as well as we know you take into anything good with it. Yeah. Hey Joker, how you doing? We're talking about censorship and short stacks and Steam in the UK. Short see the crush me. Yep. We'll give her a name at some point. Demon short stack baddie who needs to crush me is a little long for a name. This is not the new character for the platform fighter. Unfortunately. But maybe. Perhaps. She looks like she has chocolate smeared all over her. Mess that up. That should be like this. She's turned inwards. Barry White is really good. Or sorry, Barry Manilow. And Barry White. Is who died and made you the boss of the platform. Okay, OE, how you doing? And so you wrote more Gyat, and it was auto translated as more knowledge. I don't know what language Gyat means knowledge, but make an acronym. Yeah, we'll add that there. Yeah. CSB. See. This went Smassap. Could be like the demon's name. Like if I like demon language, if I put like little like this, That could be like every symbol. But do I have one like two like that? And this could be like the name. It's like a Cthulhu or Relay in Lovecraft's languages. PNG IFC runs the show, so just remember artist name. That's right. Don't say his name, otherwise he'll come over here. The PNG tuber is the actual boss. We're expanding the lore of this channel. And you have a little her tips of her ears are like little recoloration here, and then she has these eyes. They're supposed to resemble like fire. And then she has her wisp's tail that's see-through. Okay, so let me. We're gonna erase like that. Off on the debate about the UK Online Safety Act. What the fuck? Turning off comments is like a classic thing. What's the best game, Puppet Jams? Game where you, it's an FMV choose your own adventure YouTube apology video. PNG cannot be named because he doesn't actually have a name. My mom calls him Aladdin. Which I think is pretty funny. Oh, shit. What the fuck was that? Okay, this. She has like fire feet, so. And there. Is our short stack. Who's gonna have your like white teeth? Actually, let me see if I can give her like if the black tooth. I want like the inside of her mouth to be like inverted or something. Like her teeth are black. No, they'd be yellow. Because she's a demon. Yeah, so that would do it. The same color as her. Her mouth would be black, and then her yeah. We'll add to the lore of this character later. I like this like weird sort of Harlequin motif. Not Harlequin, I don't know what to call it, but sorry. I'm gonna give this game a 10 out of 10 if I can say I've made a severe slaps in judgment. Start with a sigh. It should be like a timing thing. How fake sincere do you want to be? Like you sit down, QTE, sigh, big sigh. It's funny how the UK for years called us American stupid, but they did the stupidest thing, censoring speech. It's another reason why America's number one. We're number one in a lot of things. Not all great. I checked all the debates, but it seems the comments are off for debates which we vote for and on for trivial sports winners are all lit style videos. Moms, Aladdin, moms always find a way to make the things we do funny and lame. Aladdin's pretty okay. You can start fake crying, start a video with this hardest video to make. Is this on Steam? Violin option. This video is demonetized. It's another one. Oh no, it should be monetized. That video should still be monetized. That would be a real good apology video. On Steam. I'm waiting to see if I can pull ukulele ukulele DLC. Anytime a YouTuber does something particularly notable. This free called apology video, cool. But they didn't put simulator in the title. Let me see. Apology video. Oh, there it is. Oh, here it is. Okay, the FMV 14 possible. It's bad. So much work for a shit post. No. You see, pick a ukulele and they fucking say, told me not to do this. Oh, wow. This really is the greatest hits, isn't it? See, have you ever had one of your videos age restricted? I've had many videos age restricted. Many of the shorts age restricted. Even ones from like months ago. It really sucks. It's really fucking annoying. I haven't had my like long form videos age restricted yet, but Yeah, the shorts all the time. Like fake fiction. I have a lot of my shorts age restricted. They're just random shorts, completely random. Like sometimes it happen. It's happened like more recently. Um, there's been quite a few. I think like maybe people are reporting it because there's been discourse on Twitter about three different things. What was it like? I've noticed a lot of that. I've noticed like a lot of people calling me like a pedophile or a gooner because I think the coming from Twitter where there was like the Ingrid Stellar Blade Blood Rain and one other game I'm missing discourse. Can't remember. Joking cool looker. It's Joker. It's what she does. Oh yeah, there's some issues with Evo entrance this year. Evo Las Vegas. I mean, yeah, I guess Evo should leave Vegas. Yeah, sure. Pragmata, that was it. Oh my god, you're right. It was Pragmata. That just it's just never ending. These people on Twitter. Oh my god. I wonder what the main weapons for Persona 6 Pro Tag will use. You know, it's your fault you drew and animated too much cake on Charlie, so you too was just thinking about the children. Dude, like you know what it actually annoys me? It like this got this was a problem. This is nudity. Wearing clothes is nudity now. Sometimes it's that, sometimes it's something completely different. I don't know. How much storage does this take? It is joking. Oh right, yeah, the requirements are for the apology video is pretty funny. The Persona 6 open like the teaser trailer, it looks like a Scooby Doo opening to me. I wonder if they're gonna go for that. Okay. Hmm. Go like demon arm stuff like that. Okay. Okay. Ah, all right. There's our sorry. There's a short stack. Um, this is her name. It's a little not stacky enough. I think I was too used to drawing how I usually do. This is okay. Well, we'll say this is her name and it's pronounced Debbie in regular in regular language. This wouldn't smiles. Oh, okay. We actually accomplished something today. The name more in the middle? Okay. Oh, God, that's right. You guys can't see it. Any of your characters' personality based on real people you know? No, honestly, a lot of them are based on, like, I guess cartoon characters. I really base them off archetypes a lot. Like Kijo. Let's see, what's her name? Where is she? Here. Uh this one was like, what if Akuma was like a girl? That's her personality. That's the beginning of her personality. I don't really have like it fleshed out. So Charlie is like based on like a lot of anime shit starters. Like they're not the main character. They're like a comic relief um side character, but like part of the main cast. What's the girl from God, Kaguya-sama in Love or whatever the fuck the name is? Chika, is that her name? Kind of like that. Love is War, yeah, that one. Yeah. Chika from Love is War. I think that's what No, not really. Like the idea was like I wanted to make a ninja who was like really you know what? Actually, Raven. Raven from Tekken. I really thought Raven was really cool because he's such a unique sort of ninja. Because like he's not like super fast or anything, but he still feels like a ninja. That's the main thing. He's so different though. So that's why like she's not like does a bunch of super fast attacks. He's just like a lot of martial arts and stuff. Very unconventional ninja. Yeah. Chica is the one with the dance, definitely. Akuma in terms of personality though. Like very brutal person. very underlying might makes right is kind of underlines her personality a little too much. Oh, yeah, I guess that's it. Blade X Ninja equals Raven. Yeah, Raven from Tekken. Not Raven Silver. Don't actually go and give you. Hey, I went back and did the boss battle for her. I can beat her pretty well now. But she is literally parry the character. Oh, Thor needs frames of the lane. Yeah, that's true. Actually, even because Kijo has his like sword on her back. Raven also has a. I believe he has a sword on his back. He like uses a small knife. So does Kijo. It's like a Raven, Tekken, Raven, and Akuma. Yeah, yeah, it's weird. Like I felt that they retconned Akuma, that he's not evil, but apparently he was never evil. Gotetsu, like he killed his master, sure, but Gotetsu was kind of an asshole, and he was like he was also might makes right. So I thought Akuma was just straight up evil. Yeah, he's never been evil. Yeah, he was never evil. I thought that was a retcon, but I guess there's no real monstrous villain in Street Fighter 6 after because like when Bison comes back from the dead, he's not like evil because you have to be able to talk to them in World Tour and learn from them, so they have to be mildly normal. That's that one kill he's never killed. Hey, Goken technically didn't die. One of two people to survive Raging Demon. There's Gen and Goken. Oh, Goken is a retcon. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's true. That would be the retcon. Goken living. JB exists, but yeah, he's not like a monster. Is a big thing about him. I mean, like Bison, before the before times, Bison was like a monster, and you couldn't imagine him teaching anyone anything. Let's see what else. What's like another villain in the sea? Gil. Gil is another like guy. I don't think I'm not gonna, or Urian. Urian, Gil. I'm not gonna see them like you can walk up to them and they start teaching you stuff. Oh, Prime and Rex, so we got a very evil person. He is a he is a Bridget level war crime. Yes, he's a Testament level war crime. Plus R. Yes, Bison. Bison has the quotes that he Raul Julia really did look like Bison, like in terms of like his his build and his face. Really like that movie. Turner says JP and try to call him anything but a monster. Yeah, I mean I hate zoners. I hate grapplers more like probably the worst, but zoners I feel everyone hates grapplers. Everyone understands how bad a good grappler is, so they nerf them all the time. But people don't get good a how like annoying a good zoner is, so they don't nerf them. I don't know which one's worse. Yeah, JP was an accountant. Yeah, that being the twist was, or a twist was pretty dumb. Hmm. Yeah, EX counter which beats throws and strikes. That's true. Amnesia is, even though it was nerfed, still very good. Still amazing. I mean, if you were gonna be like a normal like 9 to 5 worker at the evil corporation, yeah, you kind of have to have something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. Yeah. Yeah. So you play World Tour, so I look forward to that. Hardly the worst things. Well, I don't actually know what happens in World Tour. I never finished it. It wasn't like super interesting. Also, speaking of evil corporations, I'll clip on a show where they explain why goons accidentally let people sneak into their base. In the back after Tyson's third revival doesn't cut it. I don't know if Bison is involved in the World Tour. Now again, like I didn't, I didn't play it. But anyway, well, what was on? Why was the reason, Puppet Jam, that they let them sneak in? The reasoning was to define something as off and out of the ordinary. You need a baseline. Yeah, Bison died all the time. Yeah, he's like just the jobber of the series. Uh, Fan-made campaigns for World Tour will become a thing. Oh, Bison can only be involved as a trainer. As a six, I figure shame I can. Yeah, I don't think you can. Yeah, I don't think Tifa will be. Actually, you know what? Like, if there's no more World Tour stuff, do you think they're gonna? They're only gonna do new characters from now on? Because if they bring in like a veteran character and don't put them in World Tour mode, people might be like a little bit disappointed. And when you have weird shit like supervillain doing stuff they do, there's no baseline. to work with, so how could they guess if something is wrong rather than scheme of their employers? That's true, yeah. Especially when you're dealing with a supervillain who's like, wasn't? Did you see that the video for Genghis Khan? It was an old song, but let me see if I can get the video. It was a supervillain. There's a supervillain and everyone was dancing. Are we talking about the freaks that you make in your freaks in World Tour? It could be here sneaking in, or it could be a clone of the hero from the villain made. That's a good point. They ideally need to do more things for offline World Tour casuals. Yeah, they do. They do. It's just that they said that they I mean, I think World Tour is probably like one of the big reasons because there's a lot of content. It's not like unique and particularly interesting, but there's a lot of it. So, see if you can find the video. Okay. Okay. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, look, I actually drew it properly without flipping it. Sort of her face is a little slanty, but okay. But yeah, I think that's it for today. Oh, this video. Let's see it. Oh, can you actually put stuff? Can you put links in the chat? Yeah, okay, I think I can only. Can you just put the title up? I think in order to let people put links in. Yeah. Oh, you need mod privileges to post links. Oh, I guess that. Okay, yeah. Then if anyone could do it, then you did exclusively get spam and free iPad 2 style spams. Ah. Adventures Bros explains minions. Okay, thank you. Is a video with two people sitting and one of them drinking his shorts. I see it, yeah. If anything, I'm surprised by how quality your community comments tend to be. Basically, no spammers. Yeah, Twitch, on the other hand, I usually get one or two spammers in there. I'm surprised even on like the million views shorts, I don't get that many. I don't get like any spammers or scammers. Okay, let's. Yeah, we made Debbie or this name, whichever one you want to use. Not sure if you're doing any moderation in the back, or if you're just really lucky. No, actually, the only moderation I do is like they have the held comments. They have held comments that you have to approve, but they're not spam. They're just assholes. So actually, typically they're not. They're just like sometimes not even that not even offensive or bad at all. They'll say something like, "Oh, I love pretty boys." That's one of the things that was held. No idea why that was held. I'm sure like YouTube is doing some moderation. That's probably why. Anyway, though, that's it for today. I think I only have to change the menu for what's it called? For one more part of the menu for Ace of the Moonlight before I make it controller compatible. 5 shorts over 1,000,000 views, 26,000 is quite decent following. I expect a mess given the topics you cover. That's true. That is true. I would expect more porn bots. Almost at 27K. Yeah, I should get to making that video. I've been collecting comments basically to see like, all the repeated comments so I could answer the questions. I'm almost done with the Ace on the Moonlight thing. I have to make some shorts and then I have to make some to make the new character for the platform fighter to like actually animate all that. So, did you do a 25K video? No, I'm working on it, but then we blew past 25K. I think one of my videos got a million views. So, but I'm working on it. I have, where is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, so it's not legal leak. How do I feel about dirty jokes, cosmetics, remeasurements, new characters? Yeah, okay, a lot of stuff basically. All numbers are arbitrary, but 20 isn't special, is it? Yeah, I'm getting 10K sub video flashbacks. Yeah, and you just gotta sit down and do it. Honestly, I gotta get back to making videos. So like 25 or 30 or whatever K sub video would be good. Just get back to sitting down making videos. Ah. Oh. Yeah. got quite a bit to do. But thanks for coming. Thanks for talking. You should all know how to make short stacks now. So a little more what's the word? Not random. That was a little bit random, but yeah, I'll be back next week. I'll put up the schedule, and we'll go from there. Learned a lot. Good. I hope so. Pragmata Wednesday, yeah. Pragmata is gonna be Wednesday. I should actually make that. Try to make the stream schedule right now. Might as well. But yeah, I'll see you guys. Bye.